Constant evolution of these teams, as you said, right? Especially, you know, when you are the top three, you inevitably are bringing up the teams around you, right? You're elevating your region, you're elevating the region of Latin America, especially when these lobbies combine. And so I think that's been the main attributing factor to see why these teams have become so much better. And that is a circle I love to see. Zarky is my fave. It's my favorite spot on this map. I'm a Zarky boy through and through. I've won, you know, games off of Zarky and in tournaments.
They're going to bump into Troglodytes.
This is better, though. I like this rotation. Is if they can just get rid of Rusty, they can then fight up this position.
Oh, they're running in. They're coming in late. And Zera has a good angle, but has to step away from it. Catching some airtime in the vehicle. That's going to cause a problem. Systematico's already got the down on 2, but Ziggs is going to go down as well. Now having to just kind of move away from it. You can see just roaming around the outside of this one.
What is this fight?
Can he get no funny business now? Down and out. That one hurts.
That was the biggest just mess of a fight I think I've seen. Whoever was in that UAS that started doing cartwheels.
I think that was Keegan. I don't know. We shifted away from it at the very last second.
It was, I mean, good on Systematicos, though. What a wipe. They were able to recover and at least keep, I think, 2 or 3 alive. So Systematicos might even recover all 4, but Sonic's just above them. They need to be very careful of that.
That's kind of been the cement in. SDK is now taking some shots into Peak. Looks like Sonics with their harassment in the Systematicos. They should be able to regroup. LG now the moving factor in. I think that they're just going to try to sneak along this hillside. I doubt that they're going to push into any of the locations. There are a couple of bunkers that they could choose to stop at. I wouldn't be surprised if that's probably their target.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either, as this shift is just going to go more center. So, I mean, Sonics is, again, in a wonderful position to just hold the southeast edge. LG now are going to take this hill. If they can actually hold this more towards the north side, they can actually have a decent foothold to try to get rid of Fumba as well as Spam, though I don't think Spam is going to be their immediate threat here. Or they're just actually going into the waves at shooting range. Okay.
Ooh, okay. That's
I just worry about them getting shot in the back from Fumba. That hill that they were just on is my biggest worry for LG if this is the position they try to take.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty center, but if they got to leave, man, they've got high ground from shooting range that's looking at them. They've got the hill that's back behind them. Meanwhile, back over in Severny, you can see that it is going to be Synergy that's trying to make the cut across. Fumba's now taking some shots in as Fumba did a long wrap around through this one. Danny's making the run in, but it's going to be DraftKings spotting out one. Already aware where the second one is, trying to defend up, but Capitan's got his back. Nate should go ahead and finish this one. Now DraftKings low on life as Synergy taking some losses, but still trying to find a way to push into this one as Pippa has at least managed to make a foothold point.
Yeah, and this is now the second time we've seen Fumba and Synergy fight early. Obviously, Fumba is getting the better of them yet again in that first fight. They were able to take down one member, and now it's Capitan and DraftKings. Capitan just upstairs by himself. He has an awning to jump on if he wants. Beautiful shots to just finish off Benya, and that's going to be another knock. Capitan, just one left for SG.
Oh man, SG, this is no bueno. Here come the rest of Fumba pushing in onto this one, trying to make the push up the stairwell, but Capitan already reads it, just gonna go ahead and throw in the flash, get some taps into him. There's nowhere to hide. Synergy's gonna go down. While this is going on, we do have to point out that 0-0 bumped into Elevate as well as Troglodytes at the same time, and it did not go well for them.
Who had Capitan on their fantasy? Was it Steve? Someone had Capitan. Someone did. Capitan, beautiful play, honestly. That's the second time now Fumba has been able to stuff SG in their attempts to get a compound. But look at this, as you said, Double O Nation just down to Gizera and LFP1. Matt is going to find one.
Oh, Gizera's going to go down, though. Oh, 0-0 now just with LFP1, the one still standing. And, I mean, here come the reinforcements from Elevate. The only thing that could potentially happen is Systematicos is also coming in pretty close, so they might hear this. Troglodytes is taking some shots in as well. Those are kind of the shots that are landing near LFP that aren't quite connecting. So, oh, well, now they're starting to connect. Can't stop for too long there, as it's going to be Hikerman that finally finishes it out.
Yeah, really nice fight there from Elevate. They were able to clean up. Can they get Badger? It looks like they are going to get Badger, and they're going to get as well as just, you know, awareness of who's playing her edge. And that was just, it's textbook, beautiful, non-interrupted comms. Wonderful. Love it.
Oh, the nade's gonna land right on top of Sharp Shot. FF in some trouble as Third Eye. Olvis just trying to survive. He's just bouncing around all over the place. He's gonna get taken down, but that is going to alert everybody, most notably Fumba, and what's gonna be going on. Decimate made a send down. Shoot to kill. Still doesn't have good vision, but I would say that it's going to be Sonics that are looking down the hillside and what's going to be happening. They've got eyes on what's going to be going on with Dynamic and the moves that are going on with Friendly Fire at the exact same time.
Yeah, well, STK has actually been doing a really good job of holding this edge. They've done a lot of damage. They don't have a lot of kills, but they've been able to kind of herd everyone away from them. But now Spam potentially going to push up this hill, especially if they see a knock. They have to know that this is shoot to kill above them at this point.
But we've got such a sneaky little move coming down into that. Friendly Fire is going to get eliminated from a crossfire multiple ways. That means the fact that Sonics now have control over this high ground and can focus back into what they want to do with Dynamic, what they might want to do to Troglodytes. And poor Dynamic. Remember, they got the shots onto them just a second ago. It's going to be a tag team coming in with Troglodytes on the opposite side, and Dynamic just in the worst way of eating a bad sandwich.
It's a bad sandwich indeed. That's not a sandwich I'd want to be a part of.
Sandwich, man. They ain't nothing good about that.
The Tig is going to find Necros. That's going to be a knock STK as well. Finally starting their fight with Spam as they're going to find one. But Sonics, again, just so much control on this side, Matt.
Oh, this is just continual harassment. While the kills probably, you can see, was sitting at 1. That's not what they're always after in these early sections. I guarantee you those damage numbers are great. Shoot to kill, though. They're having some trouble. They kind of got caught up in this Spam fight right now. As you can see, multiple members are down in the bottom right-hand corner. They're trying to reset out of that one and just lighting a player on fire to finish it out.
It's just meta.
Looks like they should be able to get the res on as Sonics now finally gets vision into what's going on with Troglodytes, and their life isn't too good as this distraction could provide Dynamic a way to move.
Yeah, but Dynamic is still on the back foot, recovering reses as well as just trying to get out of the sightlines of Sonics, who are just fighting two teams, by the way, at the same time. I want to point that out. Completely holding out two teams. I mean, it's just, yeah, disgusting by Sonics. Again, that communication, listening to the comms, you can understand why they're so very clean.
I love the fact that we often see Sonics also call out where somebody is, wait for a second, and that make sure that they can set up 2 different firing lines into somebody.
Oh, team shooting. Yeah, team shooting is very important at this level. You need to punish people for doing stuff like standing on plane wing and stuff. I'm like...
It's a patience that you don't often see come out whenever you're watching. Like, you're playing with your friends or whatever else. But Sonics is showing you exactly why it's beneficial. They've now finished out Dynamic. Troglodytes, the new target in front of them, as shoot to kill has dropped. With Spam over there, this is just the hillside fight for victory right now, as it's just unrelenting. Sonics pushing down this, spotting out. Mime is going to go down. This is starting to get a little bit more hairy than they were expecting it to be. Looking in, Shrimsy's got the line in, the taps are coming, the blues are back behind it. There's very few places to go, but Shrimsy has to step away from it. He doesn't want to take too much. Sonics overextending just a little bit, have to be careful, pick up their teammates, and then now we're going to hightail it away.
And Posta doing a good job of at least getting Shrimsy and Sonics off of their back so they can somewhat move in, maybe even recover.
So good.
And I think, no, he doesn't get the res. He buys himself a little time. It was a valiant effort, but Sonic's too strong of a position. They're going to wipe them out as well as Dynamic and move forward here on this beautiful south edge that's cleared just for them.
So it's the Badlands versus the Highlands right now, as everybody in the lowlands is looking up. They were aware, they heard the firefight going on with Sonics trying to make their pathing in. H1 is going to go down to the zone, as it's going to be cars rolling down the hillside to give you an idea on, okay, how do we do this? They do have some trees for cover that they can try to use to block sight lines out, but it's going to be LG on one angle. And while this is happening, Fumba is kind of scrambling down, getting into their low ground position as well. So no matter which way Sonics choose to come down this, it's going to have a full squad waiting. Is going everywhere.
Sorry, man. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but it just went from one angle. It almost did like a teeter-totter, like a seesaw. Just went
could you
back
imagine if it just keeps going for like another 2 to 3 minutes and then just runs over somebody in the low ground?
It just hits Snakers or like Relo. Probably not gonna happen, but actually, has that happened in comp before? I'm trying to think.
Yeah, we've had it. Well,
it's like a random car for a while. But regardless, look at Hasted. Decimate just sitting in the middle, guaranteeing his team and himself 4th place. And this is kind of awkward, man. I mean, I feel like Sonics are just going to get absolutely picked apart here. And as soon as they're gone, it's then going to be... I think Fuma actually has a somewhat better position in the circle depending on the shift.
Well, that and the fact that we've got Hazelton, but I think that Luminosity have a decent idea there. He's been quiet for so long. they might be walking into a trap that they don't even know exists. The Sonics are shot to pieces. We are going to see the circle shift over into the west. They do spot out Decimate. So we are pretty much looking at the remnants of Decimate going down, and now it is a 4v4. Everybody making a rush into the circle, and it is going to be LG that gets the footsteps in first, but just narrowly. Fiumba is going to be on the opposite side of the hill from them, and this is going to be the firefight. Neither one of these teams wanting to move too much further forward because the cover is going to go away.
Yeah, this is actually a fairly even circle, all things considered. I thought the shift would be worse. Kick is going to find one with draft, and now it's going to be a 3-on-4, as that's going to be a far knock. So all the work that Fiumba is going to have to do here is going to have to be up close with utility.
High ground kind of favoring Fiumba right now, but with this, notice the fact that Fludd is very, very far back. He's trying to prep up his vehicle. We'll have to see how he goes for this. If he can try to make a wide swipe around. The smokes are coming out. Looks like they're going to use that to block out any form of vision to maybe let Fludd move in a little bit safer. In addition to that, they can allow also LG to kind of creep down through that trench, move in, and yeah, you can see now Kickstart starting to push up into the smokes. Kickstart does nice. Move on the opposite side of that one, and this is starting to come apart for Fiumba. Push coming out from Luminosity. They can hear where the shots are coming from, and now creeping in. Kickstart leading the way, spots out another one. Now it is near on doom for Fiumba. There is nowhere to go, and LG takes our second game.
11 kills, first place, 20. I mean, we saw them go there early, Matt, and we were worried about that hill. As soon as that circle cut it out, they were good to go. And man, did they do 1,800 damage. That is a lot of damage, as well as a lot of kills. Beautiful game for them. But also, shout outs to Sonics, again, holding multiple teams out in the south. And then Fiumba, that's the second game in a row they were able to hold off Synergy and hold, not only stuff them, but get all the kills from Capitan. Hell of a game to start off this event, Matt.
That's a lot of patience, I would say. That felt like the key to that game. Understanding exactly how moving through where you're going to be able to get stuff. Like